this is the only part of the show that you can actually see. We record this one on video. So here we are. Join us on Facebook if you haven't already. Jarret, how you going?
Very good, gentlemen. Very good. It's a good week for home entertainment. You know, there's some diverse sort of programming coming out. And for instance, the key release I actually want to discuss, which ties in rather well with the guest on this episode, is the John Farnham doco, Finding the Voice. It's coming out on DVD and Blu-ray, which is kind of unheard of because you don't see many documentaries get a Blu-ray release in this day and age, let alone an Aussie doco. But I'm so happy it is because it's a great doco. I checked it out on Channel 7 when they broadcast it live about a month ago. Mm-hmm. You know, and I don't have a massive interest in John Farnham, but, you know, I'm interested in the character and the story. And I thought it was really done well, like a mix of archival footage, talking heads, and it really just, you know, celebrated his legacy. And at this timely sort of, you know, where he may never sing again.
Yeah, well,
seems sort of fitting.
We've been talking about it on the show, and I like in this film, it's much more, it's a love letter between two mates. Like, it's a love story between two pals, because it's as much a Glenn Wheatley story as it is a John Farnham story.
And it handles the whole Glenn Wheatley aspect beautifully, like that Farnham never turned his back on him. He always knew where he came from. He knew the chap that had given him the opportunity, and those two were just like blood brothers. It's actually a beautiful story. It didn't have me jumping on iTunes and, you know, streaming any John Farnham, but I know that it did have that impact. I saw like the morning talk shows the following day, and within less than 24 hours, you know, John Farnham's top of the pops again. Well, you know,
the top 10 charts, I think 5 of them were John Farnham releases.
It's incredible. But I hope this has every bit of success on home entertainment, because obviously it's, you know, it's aired, it's on catch up, but this is an opportunity for other people to check it out as well as the fans to pick it up. And the fact that they can pick up a Blu-ray is terrific. And the fact that Universal Sony have gone to the effort of including extra content on there as well. There's like additional interviews and some BTS footage. So it's good that they've actually made a solid effort of it. And I believe it's like the highest earning, you know, Australian doco possibly of all time now.
It is.
Theatrically, which is just incredible. And I know like a lot of people that are in my neighborhood that actually went and saw it theatrically too. So it was great to think that they made a trek to the movies to see it. But yeah,
it's screened on every screen in Australia, even all the rural little ones.
It's phenomenal. Yeah, it's phenomenal. It just shows how much of an icon he is, and it's a terrific celebration of him. So yeah, great that one's coming out on home entertainment. Some other titles coming from Universal Sony, though. We've got Fast and Furious X, and I do say Fast and Furious X because it's been redubbed that for the home entertainment release. They've emblazed that on the artwork, all but I think maybe the steelbook because they're directly imported from elsewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've retitled it because I guess people don't understand that Fast X would be Fast and Furious 10. I don't know. Anyway, they've done that.
What happened to, like, these days, every movie that gets released with the Roman numeral seems to be pronounced as like X. But back in the day, it was always, you know, the number, like it was 10.
Yeah, totally.
But the posters, I don't understand. Like, we were at a screening recently where I won't give names out, but the publicist, you know, revealed the movie X. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's 10. It's number 10. Like, it's Jason X fucked everyone up with that one.
I think we know what the film is. It's got something to do with James Winnell having started this franchise properly. I wasn't even at the screening, but I know. So that is interesting. I thought it was a Twitter crossover, that one, though. I thought it was like they'd held Elon Musk captive and tortured him for 90 minutes, and that's guaranteed box office because no one knows if the Zuckerberg and Elon Musk fight's going to happen. Zuckerberg's pretty much given up hope on it. So I guess the next best thing is seeing him tortured for 90 minutes on the big screen. I don't have a problem with Elon Musk. I actually don't have a problem with either of them, to be honest. But I would have watched, you know, a fight between them for sure.
You're going to hedge your bets against our new corporate overlords. You don't want to get
yeah, true. I'm backing Zuckerberg. I mean, yes, he's younger, he's fitter, he's got, you know, discipline in, you know, different martial arts or whatever. And Musk is refusing to do any sort of preparation for it. And on top of that, Zuckerberg owns more of the platforms that I use socially. I don't even like Twitter or X or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I hate it. And I rarely post on it even for work. It's just...
But let's face it, I mean, X/Twitter is just this little side hustle. I mean, that's all it is.
Oh, yeah, totally. Absolutely. Honest, absolutely.
I don't use Twitter, but I like Twitter, and I like that it's called X now because it is the only social media platform that's allowed
unrestricted. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Like, they ruined Tumblr for everyone,
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
No one even talks about Tumblr anymore, and that's probably precisely the reason why.
Yeah.
I think everything moved over to the paid gateway of OnlyFans. And then
Yeah, that's right.
That's what it is now.
And hey, I think Threads has just died. Like it's only been up, a month, and it's already kind of nothing.
It's apparently, they had 50 million subscribers within the first few days, and they reckon that the people have just dropped off completely. The argument was that obviously it was very restrictive, in terms of content. Plus, it's very ad revenue driven, so it's just pushing. Every second post seems to be a sponsored post, and I ain't got time for that. I did one post via the Monster Fest social media for it, and then gave up on it because I kept seeing Kim Kardashian come up. I'm like, why is this coming up in my feed? I don't even follow her.
A whole other kind of monster.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, other Universal Sony Pictures titles coming out this week, which I won't spend too much time talking about. The Book Club 2. But
why don't you want to talk about that at length?
Well, I haven't seen the original yet, and I'm waiting to to do the double of them. No, I will watch them one day. Undoubtedly, I'm a big Diane Keaton fan. Let's face it. Coastal Grandma rules. Yeah. I thought he was a Jane Fonda fan, and
a bit of everyone.
It's after Sleeper, how can you have any
We're all in it for the Poms bang, right? It's all about the Poms bang.
I'm not here for 80 for Brady, that's for sure. But that sequel's coming out, and again, Universal Sony doing a Blu-ray for that, which is it's kind of baffling, that one, to be honest, because I didn't think the key demographic would be wanting it in Blu-ray. I would have thought the key demographic for, say, Violent Night might have wanted that on Blu-ray. But anyway, Universal Sony, and it's bizarre. But on that note, actually, another surprising thing is overseas, now Universal have started releasing titles that they initially released to DVD and Blu-ray on 4K only 6 to 12 months later. And one of those titles, being that very film, is now they're doing a 4K of Violent Night, and they're doing a 4K of The Black Phone. And it's sort of like, I don't know how many times you can kind of double dip on fans, particularly when you're not putting anything new on it. It's the exact same release, essentially, same special features. It might have a slipcase, but it's just in 4K, and it just feels like a cash grab. And it's a shame, because I would have liked to have maybe they wait 12 months longer, licensed to a boutique label, and they do
Here's
an
my
actual
question
proper
for you.
edition.
Will you be buying those?
Well, I bought neither of them on Blu-ray because I foresaw this.
Yeah.
I thought a boutique might do them, and I'm glad I did hold out, because I got very close recently. JB had a sale. I think it was like buy two, get one free, and there was a 20% off, and I could have picked them up for $8 a piece. But the fool I am, I'd rather pay $45 for one of them on 4K, because I need it in the best quality I possibly can, on possibly the last physical format we'll know. Anyway, that's it for Universal Sony. Another release, though, that's coming out, an indie from Umbrella, is Sky Pirates, which is making its Blu-ray debut, actually making its disc debut.
Amazing.
And we've spoken about in the past, but I can't wait to check out this restoration and the abundance of special features, particularly that Indiana Clones trailer reel, which looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Like, that's been like a cheeky favorite of mine for years.
Yeah, it's a classic. I think I only parted with the VHS recently, probably because of the news of this new Blu-ray. Then another release that's coming out from Viavision that I'm sure you're very excited about, Glenn, the Prophecy Collection is coming out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. It's all the Prophecy movies.
I do like
and for once, they're going to be on their individual Blu-ray discs, which means less compression. So I think that they're existing transfers, but they'll be less compressed. Plus, there's an abundance of special features, being some newly created content with the actual filmmakers as well as film historians. It's a pretty comprehensive set. The only disappointing thing is that Vinegar Syndrome in the States have announced they're going to release the first 3 in a trilogy set on 4K UHD with brand new scans and brand new special features. And it's just timing. It's like, had this come out a year ago, there would have been no issue. But I assume that Vinegar Syndrome will see it out with the remainder of the films maybe 4K sets.
The first 3 are the only ones that actually matter. Like, they form a cohesive trilogy, and the others are tack-ons. But as the completist in me, like, I'm gonna have the whole action.
Gotta have them all. It's like I'm rebuying Hellraiser when Arrow re-release it, because now they're doing it on 4K, which I'm down for. But they're doing 1, 2, 3, and now they're doing Bloodlines 4 as part of that set. Their previous Blu-ray set only had the first 3 films. And now I'm like a sucker, I'll buy that. And then when they announced that they're doing the 5-film box set with Inferno or whatever it was called, the following year I'll probably update it again. And let's face it, I'll probably only really rewatch the first two, maybe first three films. Come
on, take it all the way.
Oh no, look, I still haven't got to Revelations yet. I did watch obviously the reboot, but I haven't seen Revelations yet. Something about that fat kid from what was it? Hey Dad. He looks like the fat kid from Hey Dad as Pinhead in it. Kind of turned me off. Then the last one I want to mention, which I've mentioned many a time, but they are finally surfacing on 4K UHD locally from Roadshow, from the Warner catalogue. We've got East of Eden, we've got Rio Bravo, and then Enter the Dragon all coming out on 4K. And I'll remind you that they do include the Blu-ray, which has the special feature content, which the US aren't getting anymore. And the US are really angry about the fact that they have to jump on the digital platform in order to watch the additional content, and rightly so.
The weekend... Are we getting the slipcases though, Jarret? Are we getting the
We don't know, but here's the we don't get the slipcases. If you really want everything, you've got to go to the UK. They get the slips, the Blu-ray, but they'll still have their ratings emblazed on the cover as well. And I think they've got those awful 100 years of Warner on the slip anyway, so
this weekend just gone was the 50th anniversary of Enter the Dragon.
Insane. 50 years, God.
Yeah, we're getting old.
Yeah, it'd be great. I mean, Enter the Dragon is, in my mind, the penultimate, Bruce Lee film.
And tournament movie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what they should have modeled, say, Mortal Kombat, the movie on, or something of that nature. But that said, after Bruce died, certainly had a lot of cash-in movies, and there's that documentary that's premiered recently, I think at Fantasia, Enter the Clones of Bruce Lee, which just looks phenomenal. I really hope that somehow that gets seen somewhere in Australia at some festival down the track. Anyway, that's it for me, gentlemen. I can't divulge any more information than that. Anyway, until next time, stay physical, gents.
Fine, you can just decide where we end it. No worries.
That's the end.